Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to MiM Monday. This is Mickey in Minutes Live, a quick conversation about some of the latest Disney news stories with you. I'm your host, Nick Lazaga, and on today's show, Star Wars, obviously, Big Thunder Mountain reopens, and so much more. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. I already see some of you guys joining me in the chat. What's going on? Thanks so much for hanging out. Be sure to leave your comments or questions below and be a part of the conversation. And if you're listening to the playback on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or watching the playback on YouTube, thanks so much. And be sure to leave your thoughts there as well in the comments. And I hope you can join me live on Instagram next Monday. Before I get started, quick programming note. Right now, the show's been at 8:30 p.m. Central Time on Mondays all the time, but starting next Monday, I am changing that. It's going to be starting at 9 o'clock starting next Monday, MiM Monday, moving times to 9 o'clock Central Time. So, yeah, I hope that you can join me. But anyways, welcome, everybody. Happy Star Wars Day, May the 4th, right? May the 4th be with you. I see a lot of you guys joining. What's going on, everybody? I hope you guys are having a great Star Wars Day, a great time celebrating Star Wars. Drop a little that little star icon in the chat if you're a Star Wars fan and you're celebrating today. Of course, I am wearing my super cool Star Tours hoodie here. It's amazing. This is one of my favorite hoodies. And it's funny, like the hoodies and stuff that you love the most are sometimes the things that you wear the least because you want to keep them pristine and beautiful. So every time I wear this hoodie, I just feel so cool, and it's like a special occasion to wear this really, really cool Star Tours hoodie. But anyways, let's talk about Star Wars, guys. Of course, there's a lot to talk about with today being May the 4th, and I just want to start off talking about Disneyland and how the Galaxy's Edge over in Disneyland, their timeline shift is complete, right? You now have Han Solo, Princess Leia, and Luke Skywalker, and even R2-D2 now roaming at Galaxy's Edge, and it just seems so cool. Oh, we can't forget Darth Vader, right? Darth Vader and classic stormtroopers just roaming at Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland. And I've seen a whole bunch of videos and pictures, and you could say what you want that the actors don't look like the actors, right? But you know what? How are you supposed to copy the iconic looks of Han Solo, right? Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, right? These are such iconic faces that I think yeah, they're trying to get the same kind of vibe from these actors, but they're never going to get the look right, and I think that's okay, right? I think when you're in Disney, you're supposed to suspend your disbelief, right? That's what we do with literally every other character that we see over at Galaxy's Edge. So why not have it be the same thing for these Star Wars characters? So if you have met these Star Wars characters, Luke, Han, Leia, over in Disneyland, let me know in the chat. How was it? Were they great? Was it cool? How were they? How were the interactions with them? Because all the videos I've seen seem pretty cool, and I don't know. I'm really into it. I see in the chat already bunch of comments. Love the jacket. Yep, my Star Tours jacket. R2 Lightspeed to Endor. Oh, that's so classic. That's classic Star Tours, original Star Tours. I love that so much. So what's going on? A bunch of you just joining in the chat. We're talking Star Wars here on MiM Monday. So, anyways, I'm into it. I think the Darth Vader is so cool, right? And I know they kind of messed things up a little bit, saying that Kylo's ship was Darth Vader's ship first, and that's why Darth Vader is landing on Batuu in that ship, and it's kind of a retcon. But who cares, right? Does anybody really care about about that, honestly? Or are people just excited to see these classic characters? I know that back when Galaxy's Edge first opened, the timeline was so important, right? Disney put a lot of effort into setting a time and a place for Galaxy's Edge, and now they've shifted it over in Disneyland. I think that's cool, but one thing I want to say is I hope that they don't change the timeline in Florida, because personally, I want both, right? I want to be able to go to California and visit the original trilogy characters, and then I also want to be able to go to Florida and visit, the newer Rey and Kylo Ren characters, So I hope that Disney doesn't change both, because as somebody who goes to Disneyland and Disney World, it's nice to have a little bit of variety, right? So, anyways, let's talk a little bit about some of the May the 4th stuff that's been happening today. So, we got some new merch. We got some popcorn buckets and stuff. We talked about the popcorn buckets a couple episodes ago, but I do want to just talk about them again really quick because they are so cool. So there's the salvaged protocol droid bucket, which is like the head of a protocol droid. That's the kind of droid that is C-3PO, and but this is not C-3PO. This is like a salvage, more like a beat up like gray color, and it looks really cool. The eyes light up, man. It's so cool. They also have the Bantha Sipper, which I think is cool. I mean, we never got the Bantha ride that we were supposed to get over in Galaxy's Edge, so I guess the Sipper is kind of a consolation prize there. The thing that I am most wanting to get my hands on is the DJ Rex Tiki mug over at Oga's Cantina. Man, this thing looks cool. Of course, I collect Tiki mugs. I have a whole bunch from Trader Sam's, and I have the classic one from Oga's that had that, what was it called, the Yub Nub, and I have the Rancor teeth from Oga's. So this would just fit so perfectly in my collection. It's a Tiki mug. It has DJ Rex on the side. It has the Oga's logo on the other side, and man, that is so cool. And they have Jabba's sail barge as a popcorn bucket, which again, I say popcorn bucket so loosely because these are so intricate and detailed that honestly, if you're not just putting it on a shelf and admiring it and you're actually putting popcorn in it, I think that's weird. Right? I think it's weird to actually use a popcorn bucket for popcorn, but what do I know? The Jabba's sail barge one, it looks like the big sail barge from Return of the Jedi, and it has a little door that opens, and you see Jabba and R2 and 3PO, and it's just so cool. And of course, they have the swizzle sticks, right? The little lightsabers for you to stir your drink. They have the Luke Skywalker one, the green one from Return of the Jedi, and a Darth Vader red one. And gosh, who wouldn't want to stir literally any drink using a lightsaber? So cool. And of course, there's a bunch more things, cupcakes and whatnot, different food items. But one thing I want to talk about, which I just think is kind of weird, and that is at the milk stand, they now have pink milk. Pink milk. So they got rid of the green milk recently, which I liked. I liked the green milk. I also liked the blue milk, so I didn't really have a problem with either of them. But now they brought in pink milk. Maybe I'm just not as big of a Star Wars fan as everybody else, but I don't remember pink milk, right? Can someone in the chat, in the comments below, let me know, where is the pink milk from? Or did Disney just make this up for Galaxy's Edge? I have no idea. But it's plant-based rice milk blend with a sweet and fruity taste to it. That's how it's being described on Disney Parks blog. And of course, they have an alcoholic version because why not? And the alcoholic version is the pink milk with Bacardi Superior rum. So, when in Rome or when in Batu, get your pink milk and add rum to it, right? So, I don't know. Pink milk. I have no idea where that's from, but there you go. Pink milk. And if you're anything like me, and you really like collecting coffee mugs, especially those Starbucks "You Are Here" mugs, you're in luck because they released more Star Wars "You Are Here" mugs. So there's these are the mugs from Starbucks that have like the name of like a city or a place, and it has little iconography from that place. They've done a whole bunch with Disney. I have a ton of these Disney ones from like Disney World's 50th. I have, all the parks from Disney World in California, and I even have the Galaxy's Edge one. But these are cool. So there's a Naboo one that has like pod racing on it, and Darth Maul, and that's really cool. Wait, is that pod? No, it's not pod racing. Hold on, pod racing's on the other one. This one has like the Duel of the Fates scene. It has Darth Maul and Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan fighting, and it has Queen Amidala on it, and has like the Gungans on it, Gungan ship and stuff. Then the Endor one, this one's so cool. This one has, of course, the Ewoks on it. It looks fantastic. And then there's a crate one. This is from one of the newer films, and it has Luke Skywalker and Kylo Ren, and it just looks really cool. So I guess there's not a pod racing one. For some reason, I thought there was a pod racing one. Maybe I just want a pod racing one, right? Maybe that's just what it is. But yeah, these look really cool. I love these mugs. They're just so cool. But keeping going with Star Wars merch, of course, it's Star Wars Day. We're talking a lot about Star Wars today. This is one of the coolest things I'm about to talk about, and that is limited edition Star Wars Galaxy's Edge comic books. There are comic books, and these just look so cool. So these are based on Galaxy's Edge. Of course, that's the land in Disney World and Disneyland, and each one of these comic books comes with a figure, a little figurine, and a little coin, like a gold coin with like the character on it, and then it comes with an issue of the comic, and each one is based on a different character. So there's a handful. I think there's like 5 of these. There's a Chewbacca one, which that's issue number 1, and it has Chewbacca over on Galaxy's Edge, and it comes with a coin and a little figure, like a minifig of Chewbacca. Then there's the First Order Stormtrooper, which is issue 2, and this one has a picture of the Stormtrooper standing in front of the TIE Fighter, the one that belongs to Kylo Ren. And so it looks like these are based off the real, not real, but the original Galaxy's Edge, because this is a First Order Stormtrooper. And there's another one that is DJ R3X, or DJ Rex, as we call him. And this is issue 3. This one has, of course, DJ Rex over in Oga's Cantina, and a coin of DJ Rex and a minifig of DJ Rex. Then issue 4 is Hondo Anaka. So he's the one who gives you your mission over in Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. And there's, of course, him on the cover with the Millennium Falcon behind him. And just like the pre-show of Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. And then it has a minifig of him and the coin, of course. And then issue number 5, Doc Ondar, his action figure and his issue. He's the one who, Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities, right? And it's really cool. I want to read all of these. I'm sure these are going to give you some more backstory and really cool information about Batuu. And of course, I have the art of Batuu that came out when Galaxy's Edge opened around that time, and that gives a ton of concept art and backstory and stuff. But these comics are just like hearing stories that are in this land, that take place in this land. Of course, are going to bring more life to it, and I just think that's so cool. So Yeah, that's it. 5 issues, all based on a different character that's present in Galaxy's Edge. Hey, what's going on? Thanks for joining MiM Monday. So, yeah, very, very cool stuff. These comic books just, man, so cool. And of course, we have more Star Wars. Surprise, surprise, more Star Wars to talk about here. The Mandalorian and Grogu overlay of Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. We got a little bit more information on that. Disney released like a little a teaser video, a little video. It looks like the video that you're gonna see right before you board the Falcon. You know, right now you see Hondo Anaka, and he kind of gives you your mission and is like, go get your coaxium and whatever. I don't know why my Hondo Anaka sounded like Doc Brown, right? Marty, get your coaxium. But anyways, this new one features Mando and Grogu, obviously, and they come up on the screen, and he says, here's a quote of what he says in the video. Listen up, crew. Our bounties are 2 Imperial officers and a pirate. Our goal is to capture them and collect any crates they're transporting. Thanks to Hondo's intel, we know they're on Tatooine. Grogu and I will meet you there. Very cool. Very cool. So, of course, this new mission, it's going to be a little different because you're going to be able to kind of control some of the destinations that you go to. And the person who's the engineer will be able to interact with Grogu in some capacity. And, man, it's going to be cool. Like, I'm really into this. I, of course, am super excited to see Mando and Grogu in theaters. I already have my tickets. It's going to be awesome. So along with the attraction and the new information, we got a new attraction poster. I'm a sucker for attraction posters. I have attraction posters all over my house. I love the artwork. I think it's amazing. So we got a new attraction poster for Millennium Falcon. I thought they would give it like a new name. There's no new name. It's just called Star Wars Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, same as before. But this new poster, it features Mando carrying Grogu, flying through the air. There's a destroyed Death Star in the background. Then, of course, behind him is the Millennium Falcon, and in the cockpit you can see guests, configured just like in the attraction. So 2 rows of 3, and it looks cool. And then below that, there's a ship that kind of looks like the Razor Crest, which was Mando's ship. Probably not the Razor Crest itself, but one that looks like it. And then there's some TIE fighters. On the bottom, of course, is Galaxy's Edge, Batuu. And, man, the poster looks so cool. Disney they used to put out these calendars where each month was a different attraction poster, and they were perforated. So you were able to pull out the attraction posters and frame them. And they're pretty good size. I bought a bunch of those calendars. That's how I have so many attraction posters in my house. And I've been saying they need to make a new one. It's been a couple years, maybe like 3 years since they put one of these out. But there's so many new attraction posters. So Disney, please give us a new attraction poster calendar so I can rip these out and put them all over my house. This new Millennium Falcon one looks cool. I actually have the old Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run attraction poster in my studio. You can't see, but it's right over there. And yeah, so I'm really excited for this. I'm really excited for the movie. They dropped a new trailer for Mandalorian and Grogu. It's like a scene. It's not really like a trailer. It's just like a full scene of like Mando and Grogu on top of like one of those what is it, ATSTs, and then they get attacked by the AT-ATs and they're firing at them, and it just looks so cool. The movie looks awesome. Of course, the movie comes out May 22nd. The attraction with the new scenes, the new Mando overlay opens same day, May 22nd. So, wow. That's a lot of Star Wars, guys. Of course, it is May the 4th, so we had to talk about Star Wars. So let me know in the comments down below what are you most enjoying right now about Star Wars? Are you enjoying Star Wars in the parks? Are you revisiting the films? I know they're re-releasing, classic Star Wars in theaters, right? Didn't they just release Episode 3 in theaters? And I know like next year there's rumors that they're going to release A New Hope in the Vegas Sphere. So imagine being able to see A New Hope in the Vegas Sphere. Gosh, that would be so cool. Um, I don't know. I don't know how valid that rumor is, but that would be awesome. I do know that they're actually releasing the original cut of A New Hope, the original untouched version of A New Hope in theaters next year. So I'm definitely going to go see that. But how cool would it be to see that in the Sphere? Oh my gosh, that'd be awesome. But anyways, let me know, what are you most excited about with Star Wars right now? Are you stoked on Galaxy's Edge? Have you met Luke and Han and Leia and Darth Vader in Galaxy's Edge? Let me know in the comments below. Now, I know it's May the 4th. I know it's Star Wars Day, but we got to shift gears because we got to talk about something else that's so exciting about Disney parks right now, and that is, of course, the reopening of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Guys, that attraction has finally reopened. It's been closed for well over a year, and it reopened yesterday, May 3rd, and tons of fanfare. Just so many people. So many people. I think one time I looked at the wait times and it was like 150 minutes or something crazy like that. So just insane. I'm so happy that Big Thunder is getting all this new love. And of course, there are tons of ride-throughs. I see in the chat, I saw the footage, looks great. Yeah, I'm kind of avoiding seeing full ride-throughs of Big Thunder right now because I'm like that. I don't like to spoil myself, and I'm gonna be excuse me, I'm gonna be in Walt Disney World in July, at the end of July, of course, to do all the new stuff. So Big Thunder and Buzz Lightyear and all that stuff. So I'm kind of avoiding the spoilers, but I mean I know them. I know all the things that they've done, and it just sounds so cool. I just don't want to see it. I want to try to save something. But let's see. Let's go through this. So they posted on social media a couple days before they reopened some really cool posts over on Instagram, and it was saying like "Wish you were here" with some images of the outside of Big Thunder Mountain, and then it went through, and it just gave a bunch of like Easter eggs for what you could see in the refurbished attraction. And I was looking through this. I love Easter eggs, and this was just so cool. So one of the slides, it showed this bobcat sitting on top of a cactus, and it said Bobcat on the Cactus was originally part of the Mine Train Through Nature's Wonderland attraction at Disneyland. So right there, right off the bat, a nod to an original, or a classic anyways, Disneyland attraction. And I just love that. I love that they're nodding just this classic attraction. Of course, Mine Train Through Nature's Wonderland was the attraction that got replaced by Big Thunder in Disneyland. So just great connection there, and I'm glad to see the love for that attraction here in Disney World. Another slide was featuring a wagon for Professor Cumulus Isobar, the Rainmaker. So it says, a little caption on it. It says, cumulus clouds can develop into significant rain-producing storms. And then the next slide, it says, he seems to have done a great job because, of course, there's a ton of water everywhere. And then it says, though some people enjoy the flooding. And that classic scene of the guy laying in the bathtub, and he's just floating in the water, and it's so cool. I'm just fascinated by all the like little Easter eggs and stuff. Of course, the Cumulus Isobar Rainmaker, he's like a guy that sells like elixirs and stuff. and he's promising rain after so much drought, and of course, there's a bunch of water around the attraction, so I guess the joke is that it worked. Let's see. Then there's another slide showing the Gold Dust Saloon and a menagerie of critters here to greet you at Big Thunder, and it shows some of the animals, the animal figures that you'll be able to see, and it just looks great. Just judging by these pictures alone, the attraction looks fantastic. So let me know in the chat, have you been on the new updated Big Thunder Mountain Railroad yet? How is it? Is it as awesome as it seems? Because, it seems pretty awesome. Let's see. And then on Disney Parks blog, guys, Disney did us such a favor here on Disney Parks blog. They gave us a ton of backstory for Big Thunder Mountain Railroad just to, I guess, get everybody like not only excited, but on the same page, right? Being able to understand the story. Because I feel like there's a lot of guests that go to these attractions, that go to these parks and don't know anything about the attraction, right? They think, oh, this is a great roller coaster, that's it. But the more you know about these attractions, the more exciting and engaging they are. At least for me, anyways, right? I think that's the best part about going to Disney World is being able to understand what the story of the attraction is. Because of course, any amusement park can have a roller coaster, but Disney is the one that makes it a story, right? That makes it a fully engaging story. So let me see. Hold on. 2 seconds. Hold on. All right. Hold on. I don't know what happened to my video here. Okay. So something happened in my video here. Not sure what happened. So I apologize for that. But anyways, if you go on to the Disney Parks blog, you can read a whole bunch about the backstory of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Barnabas T. Bullion, who of course looks an awful lot like Tony Baxter, and just all the backstory, literally all the backstory. They give you everything you need to know about Big Thunder Mountain, and it is just fantastic. The story of Tumbleweed, the story of the town. It talks about how Bullion is a member of the Society of Explorers and Adventurers, which of course is just an amazing concept all on its own. And I just, here's what I want. I want a C movie. I want a movie based on the Society of Explorers and Adventurers. Disney, make that happen. That'd be great. And of course, you could tie in the story of Big Thunder Mountain. So, hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for hanging out in the chat today on this MiM Monday. Let me know if you have experienced this new Big Thunder Mountain. I want to know, how awesome is it? And are you aware of the backstory? Have you read this Disney Parks blog article, or are you just one of those Disney people who just inherently know all this stuff? Because I was reading through it. A lot of it I knew, but of course they're adding some new details for the new updated attraction. And, the more you know, the more exciting it is. So, yeah. Guys, I was so excited to talk to you guys today about Star Wars, about Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. So happy that Big Thunder Mountain is reopened. It's so exciting. I cannot wait to get to Disney World and ride it. I can also not wait to get to Disney World and ride the updated Star Wars with Mando and Grogu. So we got a lot to look forward to next time we go to the parks there. So anyways, guys, thanks so much for hanging out. This has been a really, really awesome show today. Happy Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you guys. Thank you for helping me to make Monday magical. If you missed the show, if you missed any part of it, if you're joining late, The playback will be available on YouTube. It will be available on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, on all these places, so you could tune in and listen. And remember, starting next week, MiM Monday is moving to 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. Central Time. We're going to try out this new time, see if it works a little better, and just see how that works. If it, we'll try that for a few weeks. If it doesn't work out, we'll move back to 8:30. But I'm thinking 9 will just be better for everybody. So we're trying that out next Monday. So join MiM Monday next Monday at 9 p.m. Central Time. And I'm your host, Nick Lazaga. This is Mickey in Minutes, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hey, what's going on?